Okay, we're gonna start on our stomachs because we almost always start on our backs. So let's start on our stomachs. I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit. You guys can take deep inhales and full exhales, and just notice in this position where the breath goes, like what moves when you inhale. And exhale. Many people, when they're in their stressed out state, lift their front rib cage forward when they breathe. And here, laying on your stomach, it's hard to move your front rib cage because it's pressing against the floor. So it almost forces you to get more movement in other directions, like outward and in towards your out towards your back. So sideways and out towards your back. And you can feel those muscles between your ribs stretch as you inhale, maybe in a different way than what you feel when you're lying on your back or sitting. All right, bend one of your legs and stretch out the front of your thighs. I think this is really important to do after spending a day sitting. I'm making assumptions that you guys are spending the day sitting, but maybe not. And then switch the other side. All right, you're gonna put your hands by your side, hovering your face just above the ground. And as you take a breath in, slide your hands down your legs, just barely lifting up your chest. And come on down. And repeat that 3 more times. Just check in where you're feeling this. It should be throughout the back, not just like in the low back or like a squeeze in the neck. All right. Hover your face over the mat and bring your arms out to a letter T, palms facing down to the ground, and lift your arms up and down, arms. Kind of like you're flying. Your belly button is scooped up and in. The back of your neck is long. Like if you had a tattoo running down the back of your neck, we could read the whole thing from top to bottom. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put your hands back underneath your forehead, arms back underneath your forehead rather, and keep your tailbone tucked under. Now lift one leg up and down. It's a straight leg and it's lifting up and down. You're trying to initiate from where the glutes meet the thigh bone, or the glutes meet the back of the thigh. So from the smile of your butt, if you want to think of it that way, the little curved smile. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now for the last leg lift, we're going to do both legs at the same time. Remember to keep that belly button scooped up and in so that you're not fulcruming or like folding, hinging at your low back. Trying to initiate from the smile of the butt. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, put your hands by your shoulders, push back to child's pose to kind of stretch the back in the other direction. And you're gonna come onto your elbows. Scoop your belly button up towards your spine. So let's practice that a little bit. Let your guts kind of hang down. It's not arching your back, it's just like letting the belly just hang loose. And then scoop it up and in. And it doesn't change the shape of your back, but it does change the shape of your tummy. Your tummy hangs down and then scoops up. Let it hang down. Exhale, scoop up. 2 more. Inhale, let it hang down. Exhale, scoop up. Inhale, let it hang down. Exhale, scoop up, and keep it scooped up as you straighten right leg out and lift it up and down. I think on Zoom, this looks like my left leg, but doesn't matter. Lift up and down one of your legs. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it lifted so that you're like a little slide from your heel down to your head. There's no arch sag in your low back. You're a straight, like your toes are pulling to the wall underneath you, and your head is being pulled to the wall in front of you. All right, now circle that leg that's back there. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, circle it the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last thing here, bend and straighten that leg. You might notice that when you bend your leg, your back might want to arch, and you're gonna resist that. Check in with your ribs and make sure that they're in line with the fleshy part of your stomach. So don't let them hang down. We're still creating length from the tip of our head to our toes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push back to child's pose and rest here for a second. Let the back rest, let the glutes stretch. And then reach your arms diagonally forward away from the leg that was up in the air. So my right leg was up in the air, and now I am reaching towards the left diagonal of my mat. And then go back onto your elbows. Straighten the other leg out now and lift it up and down, keeping that belly scooped up and in, keeping that tattoo in the back of your neck visible, keeping the ribs drawn up, those front ribs, so that it's flat with the fleshy part of your stomach. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend and straighten that leg. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And push back to child's pose. And bring your arms to the opposite diagonal of the leg that was lifting up and down. All right, now we're gonna go on to our hands, and you're gonna do 8 push-ups, just the arms. So like your butt comes up and your arms just bend, and your arms can go out to the side or inward, like close to your body, or out to the side, up to you. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, rest off of those hands for just a second. And now you're gonna go onto your knees and hands, and you're gonna do 6 push-ups here. 6, 5. As it gets harder, you might want to really incorporate that exhale to help you. Exhale to push up. And 1, and push back. Again, rest. Get yourself mentally prepared to do 4 push-ups on your feet. If you would like to stay on the knees, that's also fine. All right, get your shoulders over your wrists. Stretch out those legs, and 4 push-ups here. 4. And last one. Push back and rest. Now you're gonna lie on your stomach and see if you can push yourself up in one piece from lying down. Might feel impossible, but you give it a try. You're gonna have to stay solid throughout your body, like fill up your entire insides with concrete. Make yourself a stiff board, and then it helps to exhale to push yourself up. And up. And all the way down. And one more time, exhale, push up. And come all the way down. And you can lie on your back. All right. Lying on your back, let's start in this neutral spine position. Again, with a little space underneath your low back and a space underneath your neck. Go ahead and elongate your head, like traction your head away from the neck. Like give your neck some length by pulling upward at the base of your head. Arms by your side and alternate marching your legs. Let's make it nice and simple and easy since we just did something pretty challenging. Remember, the goal is trying to get your legs as light as possible. It's not a leg exercise, but it's a core exercise. And if you stabilize enough with your core, your legs can feel light, like feathers floating. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your legs to tabletop position and alternate dropping one leg down at a time. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees to your chest. And you're going to do 4 of both legs coming down. 4, 3. Try to keep that back belt line on the ground the whole time. 2, and 1. Knees to chest. Bring your legs up and lower them only as far as you can lower them without losing the shape that's underneath your back. And bend your legs, bring it in, legs back up and lower down. All right, hands behind the head, elbows in your peripheral vision. Bring your head just an inch off the ground and let your head hang in the hammock of your arms. Take a breath in, exhale, curl up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, come down. Initiate with a scoop of your belly. So belly sinks in and then chest lifts up. There's a little space underneath your low back here because we're still in neutral spine at the low back. And then curving the upper back. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna do a more difficult version of that exercise. It's more difficult because there's coordination involved and there's breathing involved. There's multiple steps to it. So have patience with me and yourself as you do this next version of this exercise. So arms behind your head, elbows in your peripheral vision. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, bring your hands to your legs. Exhale, use your arms to bring you up higher. Inhale, hold this height and bring your hands behind your head. And exhale, come down. Stay down here, take a breath in. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hands to legs. Exhale, come up higher. Inhale, hands to head, don't lose your height or try. Exhale, come down. Take a breath in. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hands to legs. Exhale, curl up higher. Inhale, hands to head. Exhale, come down. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hands to legs. Exhale, come up higher. Inhale, hands to head. Exhale, come down. All right. Arms out to the side, legs in tabletop position. Bring one leg out to the side and bring it in. Other leg out to the side and bring it in. So we got these one-sided windshield wipers. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring both legs over to one side. Get a twist in your spine. On your next exhale, bring your legs back to center. And inhale, twist to the other side. On your next exhale, come to center. Inhale, go to the other side. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, go to the other side. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, go to the other side. As you're doing this, think about your center being the initiator of this movement. So you can play with that. You can try leading with your legs versus leading with your trunk. It'll feel different if you let your legs be the ones to come up and then your body follows, versus let your body be the one to pull your legs in, your trunk be what pulls your legs in. Let's do 2 more. And now keep your legs over on this side. You can put your feet down, hands behind your head, and you're going to curl up in this twisted position. And up and down. Curl up, down, up, down, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, legs to the other side. All right, curl up, lift and lower, lift and lower. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, legs back to the center. We are gonna do a little bit of inversion here. So you probably wanna watch first and then try it on your own so that you're not looking and putting pressure on your neck. So you're gonna bring your legs up to your chest and then exhale to curl your legs up and over. You're kind of, your legs are bent, your trunk is rounded, and you're pushing down with your arms. And then you're gonna slowly control the descent, trying not to let your shoulders come forward. Now, Interestingly, this is easier with your legs straight because the weight of your legs can bring you up and over. However, it's more of a pull on your muscles and your nerves. So I think muscularly this is easier with your legs straight, but if you are a tight person, then this will be more easy if your legs are bent. All right, so starting with your legs curled up, take a breath in, and exhale, bring knees towards your forehead, push into the ground with your arms. Keeping your shoulders flat on the ground, come down one vertebra at a time. Hope that went okay, guys. Take a breath in, exhale, curl up, and one vertebra at a time on the way down. If you want some help, you can put your hands behind your bottom and curl yourself up with your hands, and then kind of help guide you on the way down. And last one. All right, lie on your side. Get a little bit of a space underneath your waist. Lift your top leg up a little bit and bring it slightly behind your bottom leg and make little circles. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, circle other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift that leg up and down. Little lifts, little baby lifts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend that top leg and kind of like mule kick it back. Like you're pushing a door behind you down. I don't know that you would do this laying on your side. If you had to push down a door, you probably wouldn't lay on your side. But that's what we're doing. Kicking back. Kick. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now put that foot on the bottom knee and open and close. Open and close. Try not to let yourself fall towards the direction of your leg. So you might want to lay back as your leg comes up, and you might kind of fold forward as your leg comes in front of you, but you're resisting that and just letting your body stay still while your hip opens and closes. 2 more. 1 and 2. All right, bring that moving leg in front and lift the bottom leg up and down. Lift, 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 lift. Now circle that bottom leg, little circles. And circle the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend that bottom leg and you're gonna mule kick it back, which feels like there's not a lot of space there, but you'll get a part of your glute working that you don't typically get working on other exercises. 3, 2, and 1. All right, come onto your elbow. Put the top leg slightly in front of the bottom and reach up and over, getting a big side bend, and come on down and repeat. Reach up and over and come on down. I'm gonna scoot back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come onto your hand and feet And you're gonna hold your side plank position. Four, three, two, one. All right, other side. Legs straight. Get a little bit of a waist underneath that bottom side. Stretch those legs out of their sockets. Then bring the top leg slightly behind and make little circles. 7, 6, always trying to reach with that leg. It's not just a circle, but literally like you're trying to get, like, telescope that leg out. Now circle that leg the other direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just little lifts up and down. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that top leg and open and close. Open and close. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, get that leg in front and lift the bottom leg up and down. Little lifts up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little circles. Telescoping that leg out as you circle it. And then circle the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend that bottom leg and you'll kick it back. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come onto your elbow and then reach up and over. Such a beautiful day. I love being out here in the sun, but I stare at my electronics thinking they might conk out, like they might overheat. If you lose me, it's because my laptop has overheated. And last one. Okay, onto that hand, and you're gonna hold that side plank. That was hard on the other side. Let's like gather ourselves here. Our hand is in line with our hip. You're gonna create space between your shoulder and your ear, so you wanna be not sunk in to your shoulder, but lifted up out of it. And then from here, keep that solid line to come up to side plank. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, let's bring your legs out to one side. Make a T and tip and come over. And T and come up and over. Let's go a little faster now. Just waving from side to side. Our arms keeping a lift. Like our head is always trying to float up to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now get all the way over so that you're towards the side that's away from your legs, or like going the opposite direction of your legs. And then round yourself over like you're hugging a big ball. Take a deep breath into your back. And come on up. Switch your legs to the other side. Trying to do that without your hands. Let's see, can you guys still see me? Is it hard to see me? Let's see. Huh. I can't tell if you guys can see me well, so if you can't, please let me know. Okay, good. All right. All right, arms out to the side and tip up and over. And then the other way. We're starting with slow. All right, now we're gonna go fast. Up and over, like you're lifted up. Like you're trying to float right out of your hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then go back to the other side that's going opposite direction of your legs. And then round your body over like you're hugging a big ball. And come back to the center. All right, we're gonna go on our knees now. I'm gonna move this. If you have a hard time kneeling on a hard surface, you want to get something soft underneath your knees. Okay. All right, you are on your knees, one leg out to the side. Make that T position, tilt up and over. Get a long stretch here. And bring your hand behind your head. Get an even more of a stretch along the pinky side of your armpit. And then from here, bring the other arm up and then curl yourself up to neutral and then side bend over. So that same lift that you used to get yourself up and over on those fast, that last exercise we did was called mermaid, on those fast mermaids, that's that same lift that you're using here. Like your head is trying to reach to the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring that arm down and lift the leg up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, other side. Leg out to the side, reach up and over, get a nice long stretch. You might need to adjust to find where you get the best stretch along your side. Then bend that top arm and maybe it increases the stretch a little bit. Then bring the other arm by your head, behind your head, and curl up and come down and up, down and up. We're using this connection from rib to pelvis to pull us up. So you can see, like, does it feel like your hip is gripping? Does it feel like your neck is pulling you up? Think of it as like suspenders along your side that you're tightening up to, and that brings you up. Or think of it like your head is reaching to the ceiling. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then bring that arm down and lift the leg up and down. And 3, 2, 1. All right. Holler if you, oh, I'm getting low on batteries. Ooh, let's see. 10%. Be right back. Okay, we're gonna be on our knees, half kneeling with one leg in front and one leg in back. And then just lift your heel up and down. So you're just staying balanced, head on top of knee, head on top of shoulder, shoulders on top of pelvis, pelvis on top of knee. And then the front heel is coming up and down. Okay, keep that heel down, round your body forward like you're hugging a big tree in front of you. Your belly button scooping back. And then bring your arms up to the ceiling. Check to make sure that your ribs aren't flaring forward. And then from here, extend back. And come back to straight up and down. And round yourself forward. Belly button is going opposite direction of fingertips. Then come up to straight up and down. And extend back. All right, same thing. Or try to do that with your heel up, which makes it remarkably more difficult in my opinion. So front heel is up, round yourself forward, belly button's going opposite direction of fingertips, and then reach up to the ceiling and extend back, then back up to ceiling and round forward, back up to ceiling and extend back, and back up to ceiling and switch sides. All right. Get your head on top of your shoulders, shoulders on top of pelvis, pelvis on top of knee. Raise your front heel up and down. All right, keep that heel down, round forward. Arms up, extend back. Straight up and down, round forward. Straight up and down, extend back, and straight up and down. Now with your front heel up, round forward, belly button's going opposite direction of fingertips, come up to ceiling, extend back. This is the part that I find hard on my tippy toe. And back to straight up and down, round forward. Straight up and down, extend back. And straight up and down. Okay, back to hands and knees. We were on hands and knees earlier, but we're gonna go back to hands and knees. This won't be push-ups again, I promise. Okay, you're gonna round your bottom, curl your bottom under, head hangs down, your back is rounded up towards the ceiling. Find flat, and then go the other direction. You might feel a stretch at the front of your stomach or chest. Hopefully you don't feel a pinch at your low back. And then find flat. And round it up again. From this rounded position, you're going to go back to that other position we were in, with your head up and your butt up. But you're going to start from the bottom, from your tail, and go to your head. So keep everything rounded like this, and then send your tailbone up to the ceiling, and then uncurl yourself from the bottom all the way up to the top until your head is up. From here, starting from your tail, curl your tail under, and then keep curling until your head comes down. From here, start from your tail, and then go all the way up till your head comes up. And from this arched position, start from your tail, curl the tail under, but your chest stays up. And then everything follows from the bottom to the head. And then last time, starting from your tail, head is the last thing to come up. And then starting from your tail, head is the last thing to come down. And tuck your toes under and push back. You might get a stretch along your back or along the back of your heels. Maybe along your shoulders. Pop up to downward dog position and alternate stretching your heel, your calves. So you're prancing your legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your feet to your hands. Knees are bent. Get your hands onto your thighs. And then you're gonna stack yourself up from the bottom to the top. So, get your legs straight, get your tailbone under so that your pelvis is upright. Then get your low back, upper back, shoulders, and then head to come up. And then go back down. So head comes down. Everything is staying upright until it's turn to go up and over the top. At some point, your belly button's pulling up to the ceiling. Your arms are going the opposite direction like we've done in a couple exercises before this. And then after you get to your bottom, wherever that is, you're gonna stack yourself back up again. Get your tailbone down so that your pelvis is upright. Then get your ribs to be right on top of the pelvis, the circle of ribs over the circle of pelvis. Then your shoulders on top of those ribs, and then your head. And pour yourself back down again. Arms are dangling like Raggedy Ann arms. Belly button's pulling up towards the ceiling. And after you get to your bottom, then stack yourself back up again. All right, so let's juxtapose that with how we're actually supposed to, I mean, not actually supposed to, that is one way to get your head down. But let's talk about how we come down if we were trying to pick something up off the ground. So you want to hinge at your ankles, knees, and hips, like a little accordion. So let's practice that a little bit and talk about some common misunderstandings. Let's see, your legs, your thighs, or your knees should be going the same direction as your feet. So make sure that the most common thing is for your knees to come in while your toes are still facing forward, or for your toes to be out and your knees coming in. Let's try to get the knees and the feet going in the same direction. All right, moving on the way up, we're often told, don't get your knees past your toes, which first of all isn't totally true, because to get all the way down, your knees have to go past your toes. But sometimes people overcompensate or overtake those directions and really try to sit back. Like, don't let the knees come forward at all. But your knees do need to come forward a little bit. And if you can see, my trunk is parallel in line to my shin. That makes sense. If there was a line coming from my shins, it would be parallel to the line of my trunk. So those are the lines that you want to make with your body. So, feet and knees going in the same direction. The angle of your shin, same angle as your upper body. You are definitely folding at your hip. And the next misunderstood instruction, people will say to send your hips back. And so people end up arching their back, spilling their ribs forward, and hips are back. Try to keep your ribs from spilling forward. Keep it in line with the fleshy part of your stomach, like we talked about in exercises earlier. We're in neutral spine at our back. So you don't want to increase the arch of your low back as you squat. Let's do 4, 3, that's a lot of squats if you're still with me, 2, and 1. All right, let's give that a rest for a second. Bring one leg behind you and lift it up and down. So kind of like when we were lying on our stomachs at the start of class, our belly's pulled in, we're lifting from the smile of our butt. We're trying not to let our ribs fly forward as our leg goes back. And 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, other side. And lift up and down. We are in our 4th week of these Pilates classes. And so I wanted to make sure that before we ended our 6 weeks, that I connect the lessons from Pilates to your upright movements, because most of us are spending our time not laying on our stomach for the day. And 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get ourselves back up and down, and shift your weight forward and back. And just notice where you're most stable. I think I can say uniformly, like universally, no one feels super stable when most of their weight is on their heels, right? Because you have nothing to catch you if someone were to push you from the front. So we're a little bit more stable when we have more weight forward. Now notice at what point of coming forward your abs turn on. When does your core turn on when you come forward? A good place to be, that place right where you feel your core turn on, but your back isn't like clenching tight for dear life. And notice your feet. You don't want to be in a place where your toes are scrunched and you're holding on for dear life by scrunching your toes. So go to forward where your toes are still flat, your core, front of your core is on, and your back isn't overly clenching tight. From here, rise up onto your tippy toes and come on down. So we're doing little heel raises, like our head is being pulled up to the ceiling, and it's not like all happening at our ankle and calf. It's that feeling like when we were going from side to side in that fast mermaid, where your head feels like it's floating up to the ceiling and the rest of the body lifts with it. You might feel a connection at your pelvic floor, like your head comes up and your pelvic floor follows to come up. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, legs wide. We're gonna take that to a different lesson. So we're gonna go side to side. And I don't know how many of you guys are moms. Actually, you don't have to be a mom that's given birth, but I'm sure you know somebody in your life that it's either you or someone you know that has told you that every time they run or jump, jumping jacks, they leak. They feel like they need to wear like a pad when they're running or something because they're a little bit incontinent when they're running. And so we're gonna work on the pelvic floor and engage the pelvic floor with our legs wide, with the intention of helping those that leak when they feel like when they're doing jumping jacks. Okay, so remember that feeling where your head is floating up to the ceiling. And then if you're a guy taking this class, same thing. Men have pelvic floors too, and men have incontinence, but this is definitely an issue that is more common amongst women that have had babies. Okay, so lift and come down. You lift from your ears and you might feel a connection from right at your pelvic floor, which would be like right where my hands are. Lift and come down. Lift and come down. And it could be a C-section or vaginal delivery, either way. Like women leak after the pelvic floor has had a lot of pressure on it, baby in utero, or coming out during labor, lots of pressure on the pelvic floor. And this happens to women, lots of athletes that do like a lot of jumping, a lot of pressure of your guts coming down onto your pelvic floor and causing incontinence. So we are practicing that lift from within as we go side to side. And 8, 7, 6, 5. You can think of it like your pelvic floor is like an arcade claw, picking up a little like toy as you come up. And 3, I think I counted wrong, 2, and 1. All right, let's take that out. We're going to jump out and in, out and in. Lots of things to think about here. The arcade claw pulling up, exhaling to help you, keeping your knees in line with your toes. And 4, 3, 3, 2, and 1. All right. That's enough of that. Go ahead and lie down. Lay on your backs. Nice chest. This is a nice place to kind of let everything go. All the muscles that are typically turned on when we're stressed are forced to rest in this position. Go ahead and stretch your legs out long underneath you, reach your arms above you, and imagine that someone's pulling you from your wrists and your ankles. And let it go, and let yourself just kind of melt on the floor. Give yourself a mental pat on the back for getting through this week right after vacation. And thank you so much for joining me today for Pilates.